This week we touch on the Olympics and some crazy stories from around the world, as well as an interview with a very special guest.
Welcome to the show this week. We have the usual people. With us, we have Gar.
Hey.
And we have Bud.
Ho, ho, ho.
And later on, halfway through the show, we should have a special guest. Stay with us to find out more.
Her chopper has left the airport. It's on the way.
Top secret location she's flying in. Yeah.
Drop through
Get
the
the
roof.
chopper.
Yeah.
Drop through the roof.
The SEAL team will be here any minute.
So what do we have this week on the show? The usual, we have a quick Olympics roundup.
Yeah, well, it's not a quick Olympics roundup because fuck that shit. That job.
Yeah.
I did want
Let's
to mention.
touch on it and move on.
I did. I just
Touch
wanted
it
to mention.
inappropriately and leave. So it's kind of our gig.
Oh God, I'm starting that story again. I wanted to mention about I should really know his name. Don't know his name. He's a Norwegian guy, right? He's white,
Right.
and he won
Is that valid?
Yes,
Right.
he won the 400 meter hurdles, right? But he like smoked it. So he white guy for a start that winning any sort of sprint race is unusual.
Fishy
these
enough.
days. Yeah.
Mm,
A Norwegian. I was like, really?
Yeah.
Norway? Well, go Norway.
And given white people's predilection for not being able to jump, as the movies have told
Yeah,
us,
yeah.
I wouldn't have thought hurdles would be their bag
exactly,
at all.
yeah.
So,
But the race. It's been like classed as the best race of all time. Like the two of them, him and a Canadian guy, were like neck and neck. And then like over the last hurdle, the Canadian guy caught him. And he was like, oh, you can see him run out of steam. And he's like, oh, the Canadian guy's going to get him. And then he just, out of nowhere, got this kind of second wind and just pulled ahead of him and won. And then he broke the world record, smashed the world record. But the other guy who came second smashed the world record as well. But only obviously didn't get the world record because he got the world record. Your man was like,
no.
yeah.
Fuck.
He broke the world record, but he came second. I was like, no.
So you get nothing.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
like
you still get silver. But
Yeah,
like,
get a tin
it's like-
foil medal.
Yeah.
But it was just incredible to watch. Your man's obviously lethal. He's the world record holder.
Yeah, but it's also part of this whole the shoes, the running shoes that they're wearing with those. As
Yeah,
we spoke
well,
earlier,
yeah,
with
yeah,
the-
yeah,
Yeah, sponsored by Nike.
There's a thing in the spikes that apparently give them more spring, and there's the plate that runs through the sole of the shoe that kind of
it's like-
it levels out.
What
the
is this
foot.
fucking Inspector Gadget shoes?
Essentially,
Yeah.
And
It's
like
like them panther feet.
yeah, but
Like for
Oh,
people
with
with
the-
no
like
legs.
Pistorius.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was just,
Pistorius,
that's the name I was thinking of.
old six shooter.
Yeah. oh, fucking leading Valentine.
He
As far
shot
as
me
that's-
down,
that's
bang,
really-
bang.
Bang, bang.
The only that's
I
the only
broke
thing in
into
the
the
Olympics
house,
I
bang,
know. Like the only thing worth really mentioning. There's probably loads more, but like I that's what I kind of got from.
Well, the Danes. Your man was Danish as well, was he?
No, Norwegian.
Oh no, they're all scandals. Anyway, the Danish cycling team and the English cycling team have been fucking at it.
Oh,
So
really?
it started out with the Scandos had been using a very questionable level of now. There's
That island off Greenland.
the cycling.
share.
You have to. There's very strict rules on what you can and can't wear in competition for like aerodynamics and all that. The one of the things is a grey area around was like muscle tape. So if you've got an injury or whatever, you are
But
allowed
sure,
to-
everyone in the fucking Olympics has that.
most of them, but
Yeah.
not in cycling. It's
Right,
it's
okay.
a big thing, and every single one of the Norwegian. Oh fuck! Now I can't remember. Anyway, the Scando team, Danish, whatever. They basically had identical tape running from their shin up to their knee, like all of them
Right.
identical.
Right.
So it
Something's
was
fishy here,
clearly-
like, something's
I was
fishy.
there's no possible way you could all have the exact same injury
Yeah,
at
yeah.
the exact same time. And they were all wearing it, and they smoked everybody.
Oh.
And they were wearing some new type of top. And the thing was, it was like anything worn at the Olympics has to have been available on the market
Yeah.
from the
And
first
approved.
and from the first of whatever it was. And there was a big hoo-ha about, like, obviously all the other teams got like mad scaldy about it, and we're like, these lads are obviously cheating. Can't buy that in the shops.
Yeah.
I-
What is this? Some Back to the Future material? Like,
Yeah,
what could,
essentially,
how
essentially.
good
Well,
could
your
it
man,
possibly
your
done?
man Phelps, he was wearing the suit, the swimsuit.
Oh yeah, well they had the same thing in swimming.
and then
Yeah,
they
I
had
mean,
the-
the
But
same-
swimming, like, you're literally wearing a thong.
But it's the
like,
same-
what's that really going to do?
No,
for
but
you?
he was
you
wearing a
weren't.
full
They-
body
they
suit.
were- they
He was
used
the
it for-
Australian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Like
it was
the
like-
human condom.
Yeah, it was like a
That's
sea-
pretty much what they're wearing, in fairness, in
Yeah.
the fucking cycling thing.
Yeah, but that's
I hate when people fucking wear things like that
Though
in normal
they were out,
cycling.
They were outlawed.
It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like,
Going home from work, he's like spandexed up.
I went on.
All right,
I went.
Stephen Roach, chill out.
Yeah,
mate. Like,
I went on a charity cycle before from Waterford to Dublin, right? But it was spread. Like, it seems a lot more impressive than it really was. It was spread out over 3 days, and I showed up, fucking shorts and t-shirts, something like that, and they were like. Look at that fucking guy. Everyone else wearing the fucking, Dulux paint. Like, it was like, what the fuck are you? Look at you twats. The fucking stadium. There's like a ball either side of the leg. You're like, what the fuck are you doing?
You might want to get that checked, pal.
You think you're going to shave 1/10 of a fucking second? Not you prick.
You shaved 1/10 off something, all right.
Yeah. Bush popping through the spider legs. Dirty fuck.
Isn't that called a moose knuckle?
Well,
camel toe, loose knuckle.
It's the next level.
Yeah,
the next level.
Yeah, with engorged toes.
A swollen feet. He's been running in the wilderness for too long.
That toe got a bunion.
So anyway, back to
right angled.
Back to the Olympic fail play. Anyway, so the Scandos got real pissed off about this, about being ratted out and all. And in one of the last ones, one of the guys intentionally crashed into one of the GB riders, just basically smoked him, took him out. Like it was like a rugby move essentially.
Nice.
Just plowed him over. Then gets up and starts screaming in your man's face, giving it the large one, and then goes and it's just like 8 a.m. on BBC, and he's just there, fucking and fuck them anyway, and storms off, and it's like. Oh, wow, they've really gotten under your skin, whatever.
Nice.
Like, it's like you were in a position of power in this. You were winning.
This was the Scando fellow.
Yeah, just lost it and just ploughed your man over. He wasn't even winning. It wasn't like your man was like going to...
Surely is that not disqualification if you're ploughing someone out?
That's what I would have thought, yeah. Like, I mean, it's your man was coming last and your man was coming first, and he couldn't have not seen him. He definitely saw him and, like, just went for him. And just decided, right, I'm going to plough into him.
Good stuff. Yeah, proper order.
Absolute dirtbird tactics.
Fucking yes, we like that on this show.
I mean, I'm
filthy tactics.
all for a bit of underhandedness, but that's
dark arts.
Yeah. And because the Olympics, everyone wants to see is everyone drugged out of the iPods. Only drugged
what I
up
did,
people.
I wanted to mention as well what I did watch, and it was on a recommendation from Dan. But I was in work and I was sitting there watching the women climbers.
Backdoor Sluts 9, isn't it?
God, I can't recommend it enough. Can't recommend it. My God, the things they fit up there.
But like, I was shocked. I was in shock.
You want to see climbing? Whoa, my word.
I couldn't get over how amazing it was. Like,
how quick, something else.
Like, was it 9.2 seconds? They climb them. What did you say it was?
I think the world record is like 5.5.
That's insane.
5.5 on 15 meters. 15
climbing
meter walk.
15
it's like
meters.
vertical.
Yeah,
in the space of time it takes Usain Bolt to run like 100 meters, but going up,
straight up, racing someone else.
Yeah,
fuck me.
I actually looked up a bit about that one. It turns out that route is set no matter where you are in the world. It's set exactly the same. It has to be. So you can practice the same.
Oh, it's the same steps?
Oh, it has to be the same steps.
Okay.
So you can practice it over. All the other walls are, anything goes. I think even the bouldering ones you don't see beforehand.
No, they come out and they can have a look at it.
Yeah, but that's it.
That's for like 5 minutes beforehand.
Yeah, but the wall is...
But that was incredible. Even watching the bouldering ones, they were like, this, like...
Oh, and they're horrible
I
problems.
think she was from Japan. Oh, no, Canadian. She was Canadian. And she was just sitting there, like, looking at her for a minute, and then she was like, right, and then she, like, just started real gingerly. And then she had to hang on with a finger and, like, jump across and catch her other finger and kind of, like, swing to get over. And nobody did it. And then this French guy came out and just, like, smoked it.
Yeah, some of them.
Ridiculous.
It's like what they're gripping is like half the length of your fingernail.
You can see him giggling over there, you child.
The swinging finger.
It's so impressive. It's fucking insanely impressive. Like I went actually climbing with a friend yesterday. First time he went, and holy shit! Like just the difficulty of some of those things, because you can see what difficulty level are on. Like they go up to they go up to, in the place I went, they go up to like 8A I think it is, or something like that. But in the Olympics I think they're doing like 9s, and like it's just like it's not even possible. Like the thing in the climbing gym I go to, like some of the holes are like Brillo pads. So you know what I mean, they're just circular and mold. That's it. There's no edge. And you're like, and that's your starting position,
or convenient little like
and you're like
for your fingers,
but not
to
even like
into
as in it's literally a divot of that much, like as in it's what?
They have these like brushes.
How?
They have these brushes that they put in, like scratch it.
Yeah, you have to scratch the chalk off because the chalk builds up over the things. Yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts. Fucking
Well,
nuts.
besides the Olympics, because Olympics has been crazy.
It can suck a dick, to be honest.
There's been a lot less. There's been a lot less races.
13-year-old winning fucking medals and stuff like that.
Was that the diver?
Skateboard. No, the skateboard. I didn't see that.
Oh,
she's
was
14.
14.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I read that alright. Yeah.
Bloop. Like in the waters. Oh, that was a great one.
Yeah,
like it's just but I don't think you can really compete. Like the Chinese are taking over, and she's a child because obviously the splash is a huge thing, right? But if you're going against a child, there's only so skinny you can get versus a child.
Exactly,
that's
what I mean.
weight-wise.
The mass as well. That
it's
you
just
literally
impossible.
just got. She's teeny.
Yeah, she's
just a little teeny thing that's just going. Bloop,
yeah, she's tiny for a 15-year-old.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you're a 14-year-old.
Well,
you got no chance.
she's.
I was thinking that as well.
Did she win gold?
I think she did. You wouldn't want to be fucking heavy-chested woman doing that. Fucking what damn? Like as in to be. There's no. You couldn't though. You need to be surfboard straight in.
No, slapping a titty.
Yeah, but it would. Oh god, I'd say that's no fucking pleasant. But I mean, just a splash.
I actually seen.
There's no way of doing it.
There was a guy on it. I was watching like.
Or a big dick bloke. Now that I think of it, you wouldn't want a big fucking.
Well, you can't. You're putting that anywhere. You see the size of
wrap it around the back.
Absolute hog.
They have the tiniest little pants
pulsing.
on. I watched one the other day, and your man was doing some sort of like he did it was like a backflip twist in. That's what he was attempted to do. But he did the backflip and then just stopped. It was like he was like, oh fuck, I fell. I went straight in on his back. It was gnarly.
Oh.
But it looked like one of us were like, I reckon I could do that. It's like Olympian, man. I was like, nah, fuck it.
I've always wanted it. Like I can't even dive normally. I am so bad at it. So bad.
I don't think I've ever tried to actually dive.
I used to
I'll
when I was a
jump
kid.
in off stuff, but not actual like a fucking dive.
I saw a great tweet which kind of touched on something we'd spoken about previously about wouldn't it be amazing if the Olympics was just like random selection? Like everyone in the country.
Oh, I'd love that.
It's like jury duty.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You just all of a sudden get a letter saying in 6 months you are representing our country in like, I don't know, gymnastics, you know, and it's like,
so get cracking.
yeah. You've got the we've already arranged it. You've got the time off work. We've got all the support in place. But now for 6 months, you just have to train at this. I think
can you imagine, like
the entertainment
the
value,
guts popping out, just
like I mean, can you imagine? Like we invariably the three
packed
of us.
stands.
Oh, we'd be like the synchronized swimming team or something.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It'd be absolute chaos.
Just as you go in, heavy sesh the last night, like is it blowing your nose, the yellow.
Right, so we're all just going to float around and pretend to be dead, yeah? Perfectly in sync. Love it.
Yeah, I pay to see that.
It'd be far more entertaining. In fact, I think there should be a reality show.
It should be the special Olympics.
Yeah.
For the truly special. God.
Speaking of the truly special, because we have like we want to do a lot of stuff this week about like weird shit around the world and try to get some crazy stories. I have crazy headlines, right?
Okay,
I went back into my good old faithful Florida man, right?
Yeah, and tried and true.
Just to bring you a couple of like hits, right? That I went through I just got those headlines, not like big stories. Didn't want to really want to go into it too much, but like Florida man is just.
It's a endless treasure trove of fucking ridiculousness. And
I like there was so many, like so fucking many. I like had to break it down to fucking. I don't even know how many I have. I think I have like 10. But yeah. So
hit me with a good one. Let's start it.
Right. Let me see.
Right.
Let me see. I have a new phone which I cannot find where I started on.
Oh, great.
So yeah.
So do you
Anyone
want,
else got something for us?
I got something. So once again, it was. We'll read into the title. So basically, is a giant Noah's Ark replica stranded on the UK because British authorities don't believe it's
it's
deemed
seaworthy.
not seaworthy.
I was totally reading that today. I was like,
my God,
that's ridiculous.
I love it though. I love it.
What was the point of it though? What's the?
I think the point was just some people saying, "Well, it really happened, and here's proof." And now there obviously is no proof for fucking something like that happening. It's deemed non-seaworthy.
Oh, I mean, he might have built a big boat. He might have put a load of animals on it. They probably all died. Like, let's be honest. I mean, some crazy religious dude builds a boat with no history of boat building. This man was not working in the marine service.
Yeah.
He builds a boat as a farmer and decides, right, I'm lobbing 2 of each on because that could never go wrong.
But when you think about it, right, so the whole crux of the story people usually say is like, well, you know, a boat's not big enough for all the animals. What about the people? Was it just his family?
Yeah,
so he just fucked his family into repopulation. What happened there?
Well, I mean, those rhinos were looking kind of tasty.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, now that I think of it, isn't that a huge plot hole in the
and
story?
like the whole ecosystem thing. What the fuck were they
but
feeding?
I mean, it's one of those overlooked plot holes.
What about all the lizards? I mean, what did he have heat lamps for them? I mean,
what about the fish?
Yeah.
What about the fish?
They can swim alongside.
I think
Shouldn't they have tried?
I think they mentioned something about fish that they don't count.
Yeah, it was a land
What
animals.
about all the land?
Because like fish survive in water.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I know, but
The
that's
big
what I
rain,
mean.
the
Like,
water,
shouldn't there be fucking
What about
ridiculous abundance of them?
anything that flied, so it's just anything that walks like on land.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
But
No, I
even,
think they had flying shit as well, because like that
Why?
needs to land.
They didn't need to. They fly.
Yeah, but they need to land.
Yeah, well, all right,
How you run? How long can you run for?
no, I know.
this
but
is all bollocks.
yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly. all going circling back to that point.
Needless to say, with 1,000 years or fucking however many years of like improvements in human knowledge and how to build boats, fucker still can't make a seaworthy boat. So the chances of him doing it in whenever it was, unlikely.
Like, look at Titanic. That fucked maiden voyage
Oh,
straight to the bottom of the drink.
That's because you said fucking unsinkable. They're like, you can't say, oh, it's unsinkable. It's going to sink.
I'm sure there
I
was
mean,
something
like,
in the fine print of the Noah's
look,
Ark as well.
We all know it was because Kate Winslet got her baps out for Leonardo DiCaprio, right? That's why it sank. We all know, right? They took
Draw
her
me
out.
like one of your French girls,
Yeah,
Leo.
indeed. And then get me all steamy in an old car.
In an old car.
How far, right, if you were in that kind of
Have Billy
situation,
Zane after you the whole time.
how far would you go if you were pulling an absolute stunt and a half with some bird and you had to pull the same thing? You have to paint her like one of your fucking whoever, and you can't paint to save your fucking life. How far do you bring that?
I'm about the only person who can probably make a stick figure look unflattering.
Yeah,
me
big
too.
time. I'm
I'm
the
the
same.
same.
I can't join the sticks properly. They just join. The arms are wrong.
But
But like, how
I'd fake-
far would you take
well,
that?
I'd fake it and keep giving the eyes.
How are you gonna fake it?
Well, that's
Same
not
way she will.
dick. No, but like, I'd
she's-
start painting.
Yeah, but before the the real horniness comes in, I guarantee it's like not a take me. It's going to be like gives a look at that for a split second.
I'd make the horniness start before they give me a look at that.
Just take it out.
Just move around.
Paint
do
with
this.
me, Mickey.
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah.
That's
Since
the route I'd go.
Since you're naked.
I mean, since this is going to be on the gram, I'm going to have to paint your nipples, I'm afraid.
Well, I found my Florida man. I found.
Okay,
afterwards.
Florida man.
Sorry about that. So, headline 1, right? Florida man burst. Florida man. This sums up America perfect. Florida man burst into ex delivery room, fights new boyfriend as she's giving birth.
X as in X is X.
His ex.
His
He
ex.
burst, she's having in the labor ward, in the middle of giving birth. He bursts in and starts digging the head off
The doctor.
the new boy.
Oh, the new boy.
The new fella.
right.
Yeah. Her new
Fuck's
fella.
sake.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like shooting guns off, like, yeehaw, I got a son. A daughter, put her back.
No.
America.
Florida man arrested for beating. This sums up America perfectly, right? Florida man arrested for beating up drag queen with a tiki torch while dressed as a member of the KKK. Now running for mayor.
No. Was it Halloween or was this just a regular Tuesday?
I have no other information.
On his way to the office and the KKK.
I have just got headlines. There's no other information.
That's the way we like it on this podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Uninformed or ill-informed, even better.
Florida man in a tutu breaks into farmer's market to consume fruit and soda.
Yeah,
We've all been there.
mild.
We've all
Tutu.
been there.
Yeah,
Tutu. The tutu was interesting.
yeah.
On your way home from the sesh, decide,
Grab the tutu.
I need some vitamin C in my life. Understandable.
Where are we? Florida man gives police. Florida man gives police fake name to try avoid arrest. Fake name has a DUI.
Oh, brilliant. Yes.
Classic.
Stung.
Classic.
Like, that reminds me of the other story in Ireland. Have you heard that where it's it was like the most wanted guy around Ireland about, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago, something like that. His name was like something Polish, like Karlov something. And for ages they were like, fucking can't get him. And he's has like literally whatever, like fines everywhere, all over the country. Everywhere. Hundreds of them.
Good
like,
man.
what the fuck? How is it? Then they eventually realised it's fucking driving license in Polish. They just were taking it. They were like, because I can't read it. They were just like, right, this is the same guy. It's fucking Karlovi something. Like.
God damn, this guy's
my God, that's so many aliases.
He's everywhere.
He's male, he's female,
How
he's
did he get
everything.
to Cork in an hour?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
This one comes with a picture. So just Florida man manages to misspell school on warning sign twice. Have a look.
Go home.
So it's a
Welcome to
painting on the road
Skull.
outside of school.
It's like a fucking Dutch airport. Welcome to Skull. Yeah.
You can fly to Copenhagen from just one.
No mushrooms, please. Leave the mushrooms home.
Florida man tried to run to Bermuda in an inflatable bubble, rescued by Coast Guards.
Oh, we saw that one.
Again.
I read that one.
Nice.
But actually, he washed up. This is the second time. So he washed up the first time.
Oh, man.
And he tried again, and they had to get rescued. He's a fucking tool.
Yeah.
Does it say how far to Bermuda?
It's pretty far.
It's about like 10,000 rolls.
Well, he tried to go to New York at first, I think, from Florida.
And that failed, and then decided, right.
So I'll tell you what, the open sea is better for me. I'll go across that.
Isn't that
in the
fucking
heat.
No,
in the
but if
heat in
you're
a bubble.
going from Florida to New York, you're not like going like against the current.
No, I think the currents was well. Who fucking knows?
They go down.
That's the least of his worries.
Yeah.
The current is
Yeah.
not the fucker that's going to get him. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, no. You're
The dysentery, the old
what are
school
you doing with your
scurvy
wee? What's happening
diseases.
with your wee? What's going on there? Like,
Oh yeah,
Well,
you
you're
just
in the
pop out and
sea.
go for a swim every so often. Like.
He can get out. Surely. He's not trapped in a bubble. Like,
I
you
don't
got
know.
piss
It's
and
a
shit.
dodgy old hop out. In fairness, though, is it not? Like
to
there are
get
sharks.
and then to get back in. Like,
you could be. Like, he's definitely dealing with storms. It's not just glass water on the way.
Oh,
fuck!
100%.
Can you imagine? Imagine
That's
if
why he
balloon
had to get
popped.
rescued
Look at
twice.
the fucking thing popped. What's his get out of jail plan?
Coast Guard.
With his
Still,
non-existent radio.
which he used.
yeah, that's right. We got Derek. Yeah, he's out there. Yeah.
We have some guy Karlovi.
So this is a classic.
Goddamn Polish.
Florida man tries to rob GameStop while wearing a transparent bag on his head.
Nice.
Nice. To be honest, I'd say the exact same thing is done worldwide. I can only imagine in Ireland.
Yeah,
I'd say the same
there
thing.
is stupid junkies ever.
Mihal, I can see you through those tights. They're
Yeah,
your
yeah.
mammy's tights. Put them back. Put them back.
I know your mother.
I know. I just know the scent of her crotch.
Oh,
I can see
Jesus.
the stain on the front.
That was me.
Like war paint.
Believe me, Mihal, you do not want them on your head.
So, Florida man charged with assault with a deadly weapon after throwing alligator through a Wendy's drive-through window.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
That's full-on Florida man.
Yeah, what an escape. Like, that's 007 kind of shit. Like.
Grab an alligator and fuck it through a drive-through window.
I'd say more 003.5. Let's be honest.
Yeah. 0.1. More one of them. Like.
So this is the last one, and it's a cracker. Florida man in no, seriously, I have drugs T-shirt arrested for possession of drugs.
What does it say? What drugs?
No.
Jeez, he looks like a bit of a.
He
He
looks
looks
like
like he has a bit of a gurn
He's
on
been
him.
taking them.
Bit of a gurn.
Fucking.
Gurn.
Yeah, so that's my Florida
I like
roundup.
Florida man.
Yeah,
He
Florida man roundup.
always delivers.
Yeah. Absolute priceless.
I have one that is not from Florida. It is from a little closer to the home to the well, I was going to say the good old, but not quite, the UK. So as we all know, they
Not the good old, but the UK.
You know, the polar opposite. You know.
the mediocre at best UK. The United Queendom, if you will. Anyway, so as we all know, they were in the Euros recently. They thought they were going to bring it home, and they brought fuck all home, other than wrecking their own gaff. We've been through all that.
Shame, herpes, and
But
God knows
one-
what else.
Load of COVID.
Yeah,
One-
the COVID.
One absolute Egypt. It's the only word I can describe to use to describe him.
Egypt.
It's a very Irish word, I admit, but it's suitable. Anyway, we're
An
gonna
Ramadan.
we're gonna call him Barry, right? We'll just say it's Barry.
It was you, wasn't it?
Barry. From
yeah, that's where this is going. Yeah, what Egypt?
yeah, I didn't.
I'm using Irish words because I'm describing an Irish person.
How did I end up in the UK Mirror?
His name is Panis. Panis.
Anyway, drunk eBay shopper mortified when obscene rude purchase arrives the next day.
Nice.
So-
I'm
I
delighted.
like where this is going.
So
I
So
like where this
our
is
man
going.
Barry, right, was feeling obviously a bit low after the whole World Cup or the Euro final and whatnot, and he went online and he did a bit of dirty shopping, and he bought himself a little sex friend, a little, well, not so little doll, right? Turns out it's quite a large doll.
Okay.
Yeah. Turns out he forgot all about it until 2 days later when he got, your shipment is on the way, and then realized,
what did I order?
yeah, basically backtracked and went, oh fuck.
Yeah, that's
And
when
then-
he tells the fucking papers.
and
He's
then-
licking his fucking greasy lips.
And then, yeah, but oh no, it gets better. Barry, of course, has a job.
Pre-lubed lips. I'd fuck me.
Barry,
Goodbye, horse.
Squeal, piggy.
Barry obviously, has a job and whatnot, so hasn't really thought this through. And his package arrives midweek, and of course, his neighbour has to sign for it, right? And you'd think, obviously, something like that obviously comes with discreet packaging, yeah?
No.
Let me show you the packaging.
Nice. Yes.
his neighbour-
Yes.
Oh, God.
His neighbour had
We'll
to
put
sign.
it up on Instagram.
Yeah, his
that's
neighbour
quality.
had to sign for a parcel, which I can only describe
As a mummy.
as
As
a
a mummy,
mummy.
yes,
with
that's my
big
mummy.
tits.
Yeah.
Either, yeah. Unknown genitalia except for big ass boobs.
Yeah.
And
It'd be, if it had an absolute fucking serious package on it as well,
Oh,
just to
yeah.
throw that in the mix.
the hoagie.
Doggy.
So yeah,
Like, but those, you don't accidentally order a $5,000 doll or something like. I call bullshit on that.
well,
Those things are mad money. Like.
Yeah, I know, but he was obviously feeling, in the dumps or whatever. And thought
I
he'd share
totally give one of them a whirl.
Oh, that's exactly my next question.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was exactly my next question.
No, I don't mean one of them ones that like wrapped up like. I don't mean.
Oh
like
no, I
one
don't
of-
mean the creepy
like a
plastic
full-on,
rubber ones.
like the really expensive freaky
Yeah.
ones.
I'd give them a whack as well.
Give it a turn, yeah.
Yeah.
What about the kind of ones that it's only an ass, and it's like an amputee. They're a bit, borderline
as I said.
creepy.
like a pocket ass? Like the,
No. I mean, it's a full ass,
But what
but
does
it has
just a set of
like
fucking
a quarter of a back attached.
what does it matter? I mean, you're using
Yeah.
your
I'm
imagination.
I'm not rubbing my balls off the ass.
I don't want to use that much imagination.
I'm not sticking my dick in a sex doll and thinking, wow, she has lovely hair.
Well, at least you have
wow.
fucking
Brushing
something
her
up.
hair.
Do you know what I mean? It's like,
Well, of
I'm-
course you are.
what?
If you're buying them, you're fucking obviously you're into the whole thing. Like, not to just like
mirage.
You're not just sticking your dick into something. You get a fleshlight for that. Like if you're buying like
It's the
a sex
experience.
toy,
It's the experience.
Who's buying?
But then I know. But this
who's
is the
buying
thing.
like a fucking chopped up torso? Like what the fuck? That's some Dexter shit.
Yeah, like on an S hook. That's how you store it. And I always said,
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I'm
fuck it
assuming, right? So if you got like, I remember I saw some like shows about those dolls that are like 10 grand, and
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the creepy bastards like, this is Tiffany, and you're like, this is a plastic person, you
She
crazy
already
fuck.
knows
Like,
your
put
bank
that guy
codes.
in a register, like,
Yeah,
this
big
guy
time.
watched that.
Yeah, when
he's
they're-
got
when
like a
they're-
load of feet in his fucking drawer, like human feet. Like, but that's the thing, like those kind of things I'm assuming, because like they're proper heavy fucking things. Like they're not easily maneuverable. I saw some old guy that had like a pulley system over his bed, so lower onto the dick kind of thing. And
Oh
I'm
my
assuming
God.
they have
Jesus,
They-
Lower it.
well, they're like heavy. They have a frame in them. You know what I
oh
mean?
my
Like,
God! Imagine.
oh, she's getting a bit
Hold
squeaky.
on,
Like,
Dolores.
Tiffany, I
Tiffany.
told you about this.
Bring in the T-Rex.
Oh God!
And they obviously,
just the legs tied up, like
Yeah.
doing the splits as it's getting lower down.
but they must, since the weight of them, they have to have detachable everything.
Opening
So
like
I've
a
always
garage
thought,
door,
like,
just
to
like-
actually clean them out, I've always said it's got to be like the pub, the hunk, as in, the pub,
glass
the,
washer.
A glass washer.
the glass washer. There has to be that. There's no other way. Because, like, what are you going to get? Bring it out to the back garden? Next door neighbour looking at you as you're hosing down your sex doll.
Ram the power.
Her,
sure you
her
don't
wig, her wig comes off on the hose.
I mean, you could at least say hello to Bethany.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, Dave.
Oh,
was
Tiffany,
not-
say her back.
She was nice enough to go to your party.
Yeah, the delusion runs
Yeah,
strong.
yeah,
runs
totally.
real strong.
Imagine like
She
imagine
wasn't
your
a fan
next
of
door
your
neighbor.
casserole.
Here, there's a question though. What would you do if your next door neighbor, right? You get on with him or whatever, right? And then you invite him in for like a barbecue or something, right?
And he brings Tiffany.
He brings in Tiffany. Imagine.
I was acting like this is human.
100%. What do
Is
you
he
do?
like? Is she over the shoulder on the way in? How is he
I
dragging
don't know.
her in?
He's
on
got,
a stand.
he's got like a Who Killed
It's gotta
Freddy.
be
Craic
wheelchair.
truck.
It's got to be wheelchair.
You know, for like Who Killed Fucking. What was that movie? Who Killed Fucking? Oh, whatever. The man's dead and they're fucking walking around with
Oh,
him.
Weekend at Bernie's.
Weekend at Bernie's. They've got that
They're
kind of going.
Weekend at
Yeah,
Bernie's.
got that kind of going on where he's like.
The shades.
He's shuffling her in. Like, what do you do?
Don't leave her too close to the
Do
grill in
you,
case
do you
she
honestly,
melts.
do you
I
save
don't know.
face and be like, oh, what do you do? Like, you have to do.
Depends.
I break me bollocks. Like,
How many drinks have I had? 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
the
yeah,
more
yeah.
I have, the more like can I just grab her tit and see what he says. You know, if he takes offence, then
yeah, totally.
that's a good
Oh
test.
my God, that is brilliant. Just be really offensive
Yeah,
and like fucking
yeah.
gropey.
So
Hilarious.
So how's she handle it? You know, open her up.
Any chance, Spin?
What's she like on the motorway? Like, you really let her go. Like,
Here, you grab the front end. I'll grab the back.
Give her a spin.
Come on, we're all
Oh,
neighbours here. Check the oil. You know, the usual.
Oh, that's priceless. Oh yeah, we should. No, we have to get a Tiffany now.
Yeah,
We-
yeah.
No,
Tiffany
we do
for
not.
the
We
show.
not
do.
gonna-
The show needs a Tiffany.
Tiffany, yeah. Tiffany.
oh, God.
We were going to open a Patreon soon for for
that's
exactly
it,
that.
yeah. We need new equipment. And,
Yeah.
a Tiffany.
Yeah. Live on show, we'll have a menage a quattro.
It shall be called Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Oh, dirt.
Oh,
Dirt.
Lord above.
Speaking of Tiffany.
Speaking of Tiffany, we have our guest has just arrived.
Yeah.
And may have heard the last.
Coming in hot.
Wheel yourself in.
Wheel him on in.
Oi, oi.
Hey,
Welcome to the show, JoJo.
Hey, how are things?
Things are fantastic.
Hello,
I'm really
Tiffany.
happy. How are you?
Yeah, welcome. You're more than welcome.
So, quick question.
Introduce yourself.
Do you think
My
we should
name
get a
is
Tiffany?
And I'm a fucktall. Come to life. See, it can happen.
Yeah, version like 5,000. Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
top of the range.
imagine
That's
what,
why
like-
you went
So
to
what you
China.
give, right? So
I'm
here's a question.
animatronic, Yeah.
So here's a question for you, Joe. Would like on the male side of things, if it was a male doll, like
Did you
big,
have to lower down?
the dick, whatever way you want, as in you can get these customized to fuck, and it looks the part. Are you sitting on it? Are you throwing it in the bin as a creepy thing? What are you doing? Or are
I'll
you
be
give it a
totally
test
honest
drive?
with you, okay? As a woman, personally, I don't need any of that stuff. I don't need any of that stuff.
No, of
like
course, no one
Pam and her
needs
five
it.
sisters.
Self-sufficient.
Literally,
Yeah.
like self-service. I
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
Like, need,
Oh,
I've had
no,
five
no,
no one
sisters in the
needs it.
None of
past.
us need it,
No,
Tiffany.
no, but honestly,
Yeah.
like,
Do we want?
Yeah, that's a different story.
Like, it's not even a need. It's like preference. Like Pam and her five sisters, self-service for me personally is perfect. So,
Well, here's
yeah.
another question.
What would you not give it a
No,
test drive?
it would totally freak me out.
Oh yeah.
Like,
You can face
it
away
would,
from
like,
it.
No.
Would you
no,
prefer
no.
the torso and a dick?
Oh yeah.
Or a full
Yeah.
a full man with face?
No,
like
the
this.
whole thing.
Yeah,
The whole
shocked
thing
face.
is just totally
And here's
messed up.
and what,
Completely
A
messed
whole
up.
dude just standing there. Like,
It's
Or
so
half a
messed
guy.
up.
Lying there,
No,
like-
Quarter
half
of a
guy,
man.
yeah,
but
no.
wouldn't it feel? Would it not feel like? In my mind, obviously, it'd just be like immediately would go to like weird date rape. It's like
yeah,
they-
no,
like
I would be like, I would
this
be
just feels
having
like
a
I've
bit of
like date raped
self-reflection,
someone
being
and now
like,
they're
what am I
unconscious.
doing with
Yeah.
my life? Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd be like,
Oh yeah, I'd say once
It
you
would be
finish
a
and
bit
you
of
have to clean
self-reflection,
the
be like,
doll,
Oh God,
then
that would
it's
be
like,
cleaned.
oh
you
no.
know,
At least the
fungus.
dick
get
you
a
could.
life. I
there's-
need to get a life.
But
Tiffany,
the
don't
dick-
look at me
the
with
dick
those
is on the
cold, dead
outside.
eyes.
But you know what I mean? The dick is on the outside, so to clean the dick on the
could
be
outside,
so
not too
cruel.
bad. Like, yeah,
And
yeah.
also, I think if it's a whole body as well, like what are you going to do if your mates come around, or like if your
So,
parents-
this is-
like,
this
if
is
your parents
Brad.
come to visit,
Well,
like-
make Brad in
it's
do a
quite-
handstand and he could be
yeah.
like
Look at
a
his
co-host.
abs.
Or
Look,
you could-
check out his abs.
I'm
Hiding
sure
a
you could use
vibrator
Julio as a
is
nightstand.
easy.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly. Bring him into the bathroom. He could be a
Hiding the
towel
whole
holder.
body? No,
Just
no.
have him casually
Brad.
standing there.
The
with the
toilet
shower
roll
products.
holder, you know, just on the shaft.
Don't mind him,
I still think
Brad.
I think Brad we could get a lot more entertainment out of Brad than fucking Tiffany.
Okay, the show needs a Brad, apparently.
I know.
Yeah,
So now, what? We're now just going to get a Brad and a Tiffany,
Yeah,
and we're
oh,
all
get them to fuck each
we're
other.
obsolete entirely.
No, think
We're
about
watching
it.
a
Like, the thing
fucking.
about it is, like, Tiffany can just lie there and be like, you know,
Dead.
every woman's privilege,
Like a
which
corpse.
Which is exactly like lie down and think of England. Whereas a boy, he needs to be stiff.
Well, okay, what
so
if he
how are
could?
you
What if he
gonna
could do
pack
that?
him away into a cupboard if he's going to be like stiff?
Do you reckon do you reckon the male ones have to be detachable?
There's no. Is there?
There
male
must be
ones?
the.
Oh
There has to-
oh,
oh,
yeah. I don't know about
naive.
full body ones.
I'm
though.
sure there are.
I'm sure there is. Yeah. But they usually just come
There's,
as a dick.
there's crazy cat
You
ladies.
don't
everywhere.
need the rest of the body really. So
Dude,
they're
I
like,
don't- I don't think it's crazy cat ladies.
No,
I think
I
it's
don't
just,
think
I think
so.
it's just gay men. I think it's just
That's
men.
true. Yeah,
Possibly,
that's
It's
yeah.
true.
just
like-
men. Men are
I
creeps.
don't really.
Well,
Yeah.
not to be.
Gay men have
generalising,
quite the
but
like. It was not like it's not that.
It's never come up in
hard.
conversation ever.
Yeah, I know, but like, I mean, it's not
Not
that
that
hard.
hard.
It's not that hard for fucking straight men either. I mean, Jesus, if he's that hard,
Oh, come on,
go.
there's a difference.
There is a
There's
difference.
a difference.
There
Not,
is
all- not all of them, man. Not all
of
of them.
course, not all of them. No,
But I'm
of
saying
course
like this
not,
is
but
equal. Like
A huge exception. I'd
equal
say.
opportunity show.
Yeah, exactly.
my point being is that there's a market there for. I think the market is obviously male orientated, so it's whatever men want to fuck, they will make a virtual or a version of it
Yeah.
for every male
Yeah.
taste. What's curious is that they don't. But the one thing, why is it that like it's the one area where women seem to have far more like freedom in the woman has a vibrator. Everyone thinks it's grand. Not
No,
about it.
no, it's not
Nobody-
grand.
nobody-
It's classy.
Yeah, it's considered
Yeah.
considered the
Guy-
normal
I
thing.
wouldn't
guy
say
has-
it's classy.
oh,
it's
it's classy.
normalized.
Yeah, but man has
Like,
a sex
it's
toy.
an
Man,
okay
yeah,
thing.
man
Considered
has a
pervert,
pocket pussy
like,
and he's
Well, it
looked at like
depends.
Hitler.
Well, what sex toy? Is it a butt plug?
'cause
Is
you
it
keep bringing it to
cock
No,
ring?
work.
but like a
bringing it to work,
replica of the opposite sex's genitalia, right?
Yeah, that's a bit weird.
Exactly.
Why is it? But why? Why is it weird that you
don't
like, or that
know.
women?
Oh, well,
It's
give them
just
it
a
for
bit
fuck's sake.
pathetic. I don't know.
Let them have it.
I'm just curious. I know.
Yeah, like-
yeah, exactly. By all means,
Put us
have
some
it.
slack.
Yeah.
But I'm just curious.
why can't
Can we
fucking-
just have this one thing?
Why are we
You're
so?
No,
confused.
no, you may not.
That's so fucking
Yous have
repressed.
failed at giving us orgasms for so long. We've had to go.
We
That's
needed
kind
to
of
come up with
like
something
male
better.
insecurity coming out
Brilliant.
now. Yeah, I
Right,
love
we
it.
should. We have Joe on the show. We should probably ask Joe some questions about Joe.
Would you like to know more
Instead
about me?
Tiffany. It's about Tiffany. Yeah. So, how'd you feel about sex
What's your
dolls?
name and where'd you come from?
Which of the countries you've been to had the best sex toys?
Yeah. Wow.
Great question. Great leading question.
Right.
So, Joe, so you've done the rounds basically.
In one way
The
or
planet,
another.
I mean.
Yeah,
international
yeah.
rounds too. Like yeah. None of this
Yeah.
local nonsense. No.
So
Little
you've
Colin
been-
May, little Colin B. Not gonna lie.
That's
You've
my
been
guess.
to a lot of countries. You've worked in a lot of kind of countries, and one of them in particular, I've a few questions of. And
Right,
you know,
right.
like one of them was Saudi Arabia. That's a
This
you know,
is-
that's a
yeah.
ding, ding, ding. That's people want to know about this. Like it's a crazy country. It's known as do not go, especially because you personally told me this a long time ago. In Thailand, and you said, "Oh, your next port of call was Saudi Arabia."
Yeah.
And I thought, and you're going on your
That's
own.
a bogey
Oh, yeah.
move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Single female going there. I was
I said
literally
no.
thinking,
I said
Joe,
these-
you know what? I want to. You're so teeny tiny. I want to
Yeah.
put you in
Yeah,
my
yeah,
bag
yeah,
and bring you with me. Do not go there.
Yeah.
So how the fuck was that?
Okay, well, you wouldn't be the first one. Manus,
I
you
said the
also
exact
said-
same
you
thing.
sat
I was
me
like,
down
Joe,
and
I
you were
love
like,
you. You're wonderful. I'd send you to
"Do you
most
really
places
wanna
on earth,
do this?"
but that is not the spot, man.
I wasn't. I was like, go for it. Go for it. It'd be fucking great crack. Go for it.
Yeah.
So
It's going to be drawing pictures of Allah everywhere. It's going to be gas all together.
They're definitely going to get it.
No, I think people
What's that mean?
know
Fuck you,
that-
Whitey.
No, be very careful what you say.
And Whitey's on the moon.
We are never careful.
Well, okay. Well, this is what I used to listen to because we had the call to prayer, which happened like 5 times a day, and it was everywhere, so you couldn't avoid it. So even if you don't speak Arabic, you still kind of like, it was like a prayer in your head. Like it was, even if you don't understand what it's saying.
Bit
So-
like the Angelus with a few more words.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Or
Dong.
like the,
Oh,
like,
God.
the Holy Mary, whatever it's called, Hail Mary in Irish. I'm obviously really religious.
Yeah.
What was your question? How was Saudi Arabia? Saudi Arabia was absolutely 100% mad. Like, I don't think people realize how mad it is. Like, they know that it's a mad place because it's pure Sharia law, but I don't think it's only when I start to tell people how mad it is with the restrictions as a woman that they're like, really?
So
like,
it's worse than people
oh,
think.
it's worse.
Oh, God.
yeah,
wow.
it's absolutely
tell.
worse.
Like, yeah, explain some of the, like you told me before, but explain some of the like mad
Okay,
Yeah,
inconsistencies.
the maddest.
Okay,
like-
so let me try and.
that as a white
I know
woman.
you're a fan of context, Dan. So I'll give you some context. So I live in a compound, and most of the Western foreigners, not the Middle Eastern foreigners, 'cause
Already
there's a
off to a red
division,
flag. Go on.
live
I
in
live in
a
a compound. Yeah.
For your own
Exactly.
safety.
Exactly. Red flag.
Exactly, and the police cannot come into the compound, and the Saudi people cannot come into the compound, so you're totally safe.
Okay.
So it's like Freetown. You can wear whatever you want. You can talk to whoever you want, and like you can have dinner with whoever you want, which seems like really like a basic thing, but actually when you go outside the walls, it's totally
no-go.
mad. Like I was there for 2 years and I was single, and then for the last year I had a boyfriend, and it was only when I had a boyfriend that I was like really fed up of living there. Like we'd be in
Interesting. Was he that bad?
well,
Are they that
he
bad?
wasn't great.
He had his moments, all right. He had his moments.
The word toxic comes to mind. But apart from
You're
like
being single,
that,
you really
that's
got-
why I'm not with him now.
You don't get
but,
choosy.
like when we used to be in the car together and we'd come up to checkpoints, because there was loads of checkpoints. Like I used to jump in the back and pretend that he was my driver.
Okay.
Because men and women couldn't be together, like in the car. Like when we go to a
If you're
shopping
unmarried
centre.
or something.
Exactly,
Well, I mean,
you have to have a marriage
women
certificate.
can-
Right.
to-
And
up
did you
until-
have to like whip? Could they have asked you pull out that
you have
fucking?
to produce a marriage
Fuck.
certificate, because there's these type of police called the Mutawa, and the
Yeah,
Mutawa are the
religious
religious
police.
police.
police. Yeah.
And you can kind of see them coming because they look a bit strange. Like they have the big long beards and they have boots and stuff like that. And
Man looks like he's been bothering
yeah,
God.
like when we go to the shopping centre, we would like walk separately so that we wouldn't try to be. And if we went into a restaurant, it was the restaurants. Even McDonald's was divided up between family restaurant and singles, and the only people that could go into singles were males that were not married. If you're a single female, so
You
it
don't
was.
exist.
Yeah, it was basically like but even I'd wear the abaya, and I didn't have to wear the headscarf legally. But I remember one time, my boyfriend, he didn't live in the compound because he was just working there for whatever.
Was he
company.
Saudi?
He wasn't. He was Egyptian. But when I went into his building, which was also, he was living in a family building because he got in there for some reason, even though he wasn't married. And when I used to go to that building, I would put like a whole, not just the burqa, but like a whole thing over my head, which
Yeah,
was
like the
completely-
save,
it was like,
the save on the eyeballs.
oh
like-
no, like it was basically like a black
Sheet.
cloak.
Yeah.
Like and I remember like every time I walked in, I was like, fuck, excuse my language, I was like, shit.
It's okay.
It's
All
okay.
right.
Okay. You're in
Not
Ireland
the
now.
great
Remember,
right
yeah.
I think we're past the watershed.
Fuck titty bollocks.
Like
That's
every
it.
time I was walking in, because I was breaking the law,
Tiffany.
and you get in serious shit, and it's not just prison; it's like lashes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
biblical
Mental.
prison.
Yeah,
Oh, it's totally
Medieval prison,
barbaric.
yeah,
Like
it's
I lived
mental.
beside a place called Chop Chop Square, which was like
Jesus.
Chop Chop Square on a Friday.
Affectionately known by
Anyone
the
could
locals.
go there, and that's where they would do beheadings, or they would chop off your
Did you
hands.
see any beheadings?
As if I'm going to go to.
Well,
a place
were
like
they
that.
there? Like, did it
Oh,
happen
I
when
could
you were
have
there?
happily have gone to it.
Would you hear it? Like, would you just
Well, it
sit
was
there
quite close
having
to
a
where I
barbecue
live.
or
And
something?
what
Yeah.
they,
Quite
were
close
they,
to where I live.
would
Yeah.
they, would
This
they
man
draw a
spotted
crowd?
an ankle.
It's basically Saudi.
Would they
I'd be
draw a
really
crowd?
Nervous by saying this, huh?
Would it draw
Oh
a
yeah,
crowd?
like people
yeah.
would go there with children on their shoulders. It was like an event.
Oh, that's
It
fucked
was
up.
like, yeah.
That's
Oh
so
my
bizarre.
God. And like, were the
Like,
offenses?
Every
what-
Friday.
was there like what's the?
It was really.
What? But did you ever like? What was
I
the
can't
tamest?
get my head around that.
like offense that you like? Could they chop your head off? What's the tamest
Teach
event
a
that
kid a
they
good
could do?
that
lesson,
I
won't it?
experienced,
Don't fucking
or
steal.
Or that you even heard of while you were over there? Like, is it
the
something like?
tamest.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah. Like I mean, even like public displays of affection. Even you're a musician. Like you can't play your music in public.
Yeah, but would that,
would
be
be against
murder?
the
Would
law.
they kill
Well,
you
that
for
would
that?
be arrest. You
Yeah,
get arrested for that. Yeah.
And then your smart mouth would get.
I'd be fucked.
yeah,
like,
you'd be
You and
fucked.
your,
Yeah.
you and your purdy
I
western
was just about
mouth.
to say that. You fucking purdy mouth.
Yeah.
I hear you're running a side for Arabs.
I wanted to ask a question, not necessarily just you, but I did want to ask this on the show. About like where is because we've
Can we
all
get back to Tiffany?
yeah, sorry. Where
I'm
did we
right
get
here,
this?
Dan.
yeah.
So we've all traveled the world quite a lot, right? We've all been to a lot of different places around the world, and I wanted to know what was the worst place, your personal worst place you've been.
We'll let Joe go first. He's your guest.
No, come back to me on that. Let me think about it. The worst, in what sense? Like
Just the
the,
place
the
you
worst
hate.
Experience.
Yeah, if you could, like, if you're just, it comes to mind, you're like, fucking hate that place. Like mine is personally London. I hate
London?
yeah,
love London.
I know, and I've been like loads of places. I fucking hate London.
It's a big old place.
I don't like it. It's crowded. It's fucking smells. It's dirty. It's just full of fucking Londoners. Like I like loads of places in England. I like England a lot. Like and there's loads of lovely places I've been. And I like fucking Kent and stuff. I really like fucking Maidstone. I was there quite a lot as a kid.
More dodgy stories to come next week.
Visiting pops. Yeah, but like London, I just can't stand London. New York kind of was a bit similar to London. I kind of got the same vibe of London. It was just very busy, but New York had a bit more crack to it. It's like a bit like fucking. You never know what you're going to see in New York, whereas London was just busy, you know.
Yeah. You turn a corner and you see another building. That's pretty much New York. It's just
well, at least they're crazy buildings. Yeah, like, holy shit.
If you're talking about pure crack aspect, like China has no crack, it has no culture. People
crack.
Just work all the time,
I can
and then
imagine,
they go home, and there's no pub culture, and it's just a really
weird work
place.
Like, country.
It's a beautiful city to look at. Like I was in Guangzhou. And it's really lovely and like clean and but like the crack is just there's just no crack at all. Chinese people don't have. I didn't find much crack in China.
That's one of the questions I wanted to ask you, because when you were in China. You were in China at the very start of this whole COVID outbreak shenanigans. Yeah. And how was that for you? I mean, like, because you were obviously in touch with people in the West, you know, us in Europe and stuff. And we were like, oh, this is just some crazy local flu shit.
That was fucking Chinese.
This'll never get as far as here. And you were like, no, lads, this is actually serious business. And I remember you saying it, and I was like, Joe,
I love you and all.
No way, not at all. No, of course. I mean, I obviously know better. Like, do you know what I mean? With no experience.
Well, I got one of those, the reminder posts on Facebook, like this time last year, and I got that, and it was me sitting at the bar with a pint in China, and it's like, oh, I'm just going to sit here, have a pint, and wait for all this coronavirus to blow over. And that was only what.
18 months ago?
Yeah, exactly.
And here you are in Ireland, still in the thick of it.
Still talking about
you brought it from China. Yeah. You brought it.
Patient zero.
God, that's so delicious. Those bats.
No, so basically when that happened, all of my mates were abroad because we had Chinese New Year, and I was studying, so I couldn't go away because I had some exams to do. So I decided to stay in China, and what happened was, I'll be totally honest with you, and this sounds weird, but it was as if they knew. The way they reacted to the virus,
they were prepared,
was unbelievable. Like the stuff that's happening when I came back to Europe for my summer holidays, I was like, Jesus, we were doing this like 6 months ago. I couldn't go into a building without being temperature checked. And I mean, even my own building. All of the time, we had an app. You had to show the QR code, and it was 3 different colors. It was green for your grand, red for you're waiting for results, blue you're waiting for results, and red, which means you're not allowed into this building. We were sent for testing as a teacher maybe every 2 weeks. It was so controlled. They got it. Maybe it's just because they're really good at following orders.
I was thinking that, like, is it that they could get, the government can do kind of what they want.
Well, the people, and the people will follow.
Orders. Yeah, exactly.
Like, they're just really
over
good
here,
at that.
over here, you can't fucking.
Europeans are like, you can't tell me what to do.
Exactly.
And even me, I'm
vaccinated.
When I was in China, I remember
my body, my choice.
Beijing.
Like, fuck it is.
That's why I said I should have gone back to the good old days of fucking like when they were doing the polio vaccination over here. You know, fucking, I'm getting a choice over here. Your kid was just grabbed a sugar lump down their throat.
People followed orders, and that's how they got it under control. Also, they stopped people coming back into the country. Unless you were a Chinese national, you couldn't get back in. And if you left, you were gone.
It's a different type of government, though. They're like, you're controlled completely. Like, so,
it's
like I was saying when I was in Beijing,
it has its benefits.
I was at Tiananmen Square.
This was the one time I was happy for them to be good little robots.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm like, because I can give you an example.
Where's the crack? Where's the fun? Where's the individuality?
All right, lads. If it doesn't, the thing that used to annoy me is like, if it doesn't go, like if it's off book or off topic, they just won't do it. Like I remember I was in a restaurant and I wanted to charge my phone and I had the charger and I seen a plug socket and I was like, can I plug that in? And they're like, no. And I was like, but I mean, the plug is there. Like, and they were like, no.
Two
Or like, do you have
inches
a
away from the
tuna
plug.
sandwich without the sweet corn? No.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Can't
but
possibly be done.
it's,
Yeah.
I was like it used to annoy me
Yeah.
so much.
Why
that
is that?
They just don't go off
Off topic.
off like
Yeah.
it's
My-
just-
like,
individuality
my-
is not
you
encouraged.
just
My
cannot do
first like meeting in China, we got off a train from Hanoi, like an overnight train into Nanning, right? And our plan was we stopped there.
It just sounds like the war.
It was just like it was the first city.
you don't know, man. You weren't
Yeah,
there.
totally, yeah.
We got off
Get
an
some,
overnight.
get some.
We just got off an overnight
she
train,
got
and our
some.
plan was like that's as far as the train would go, and then we were supposed to get like hop out of the train, find the next train to Xi'an, and just go straight up. That was the plan.
Yeah.
With no fucking money,
Sounds
of course. Like,
really straightforward.
sounds fucking brilliant, right? Hopped off. I was like, right, to the girlfriend. You mind the bags. I'm gonna run and try find us some. And I had no money, no Chinese money. I was like, I don't even know what the currency is over here. Like
The end,
so-
but yeah.
yeah.
Continue on.
But I was like, right, fucking. I had no money, so I was like, hopefully a card works. And this was fucking years ago. Went up, fucking train station, like fucking millions of people. Every queue was like 1,000 thick. I found one that said, and it was obviously all in Chinese characters. One that was in English characters, tourists. I was like, yes.
Yes.
Went to the
That's
top.
me.
Went to the top, and it was like, yeah. I was like, one for Xi'an. Or no, sorry, I didn't even know how to say she. I was saying like
Because it's
Z.
an X.
Yeah, I was saying like Xi'an or I don't know.
Yeah.
And they were like,
X is an
Whampa.
SH.
And there's like, right, and I was like, no. I was like, the place with the army, the terracotta army. And they were like, English, no. Like, kind of, and I was like, but it says tourists in English.
You know what I fucking mean.
And then eventually I was just
No.
I was like, okay, they eventually figured it out. And I was like, right card? No. And I was like, no. I was like, is there ATM?
No.
I was just like, and I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. Right, went off.
So frustrating.
But that wasn't the issue.
So frustrating.
The issue was like, right, now we've missed our train, blah, blah, blah. So went outside the train station. We're like, we're going to have to find somewhere to stay here. Like, and walked outside and was trying to find an ATM. And we had purposely bought a pointed book for exactly this situation. So the pointed book is just pictures. So an ATM or a hotel or food or something.
Brilliant,
So
yeah.
went up. It had ATM. I was like, I'll go into this random. I was like, I don't even know what this is. This is a building of some description, a hovel. And I went in and went to there was a counter with a girl. I was like, grand. I was like, ATM around here, kind of pointing to the ATM. An obvious ATM picture. And she
No.
pulls out this thing that's laminated with like cling film, like in English. Not tourist. It turns out it was a hotel. We just don't take tourists. Like, it's like, fuck you, bitch. I wasn't even trying to stay here. Like, it's like, I'm looking for this shithole. The fucking hack of it. Like
You can keep your trip advisor.
she was like,
We
no
don't
dirty
need you.
white devil. Like, I said, that's and with a big, like, fuck you, piss off. Like, and I was like, you fucking slut.
You're like,
Yeah.
all right.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I'm on the other side now.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
the fuck is this shit?
Oh, they
Wait a
were.
minute. You can't be racist towards me.
Yeah.
I'm white.
I own you.
Whoa.
That's not how this works.
That was my first,
love
interaction with them. And then every interaction after that, most interactions was just getting eyeballed constantly,
Oh, yeah.
never ending.
Yeah.
Look at the giant welcome.
I think,
Yeah.
yeah.
As
that
fellow
was-
6
No,
footer.
they're not. They're not. That's a fucking myth. They are not small. They are not just tiny, like race of people.
They're pretty small.
They're
Well,
not.
well, not
They're
really
not.
Chinese.
In,
Maybe
in
that was like
Southeast Asia, yes.
Vietnamese,
Up
like,
the
yeah.
north, they're
Vietnamese.
really tall.
Okay.
In
Well,
Taichung
yeah.
and
So I
places
suppose
like
I was
Like,
only in
yeah.
Hong Kong. I wasn't in actual mainland China.
And also, they
even
love
there-
basketball as well. So
Yeah, I mean they
Yeah.
import for sure, but like they.
They import.
basketball
Yeah,
is such
well,
a
yeah.
huge
No,
sport
your man-
there.
your
I
man-
think the tallest NBA player is
So
Chinese.
the
or
export.
was.
Yeah, exactly.
The one guy.
But like he's in the Hall of Fame in the NBA, like he's a Chinese guy. Dan Young, something I can't remember his name. But
Yeah,
I know
so
his
I wouldn't
face.
like to say it was like my least favorite country, but it was the country that caused me a lot of frustration and difficulty.
Yeah, was that with COVID or just besides
No,
COVID?
just in general.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
it
well,
has no
it sounds
culture.
like a sounds
It
like a
has no
country.
culture.
Seems like a country that would cause
Like
a lot
there's
of grief.
minus crap, negative crap.
Yeah.
What about you?
What about
Manus?
me? What have I? Which country caused me the most bother?
Yeah, not bother. Just which place you.
Minus crack or
No, this is
So what's your worst country?
Yeah,
by,
your
by,
worst country.
by whatever metric
Whatever,
you
yeah,
use.
exactly.
Yeah, I
Whatever.
don't know, man. I've usually been able to like most of the places I've gone on holiday. I haven't been there working. I haven't been there living. So I've been there to
Well,
Yeah.
even
good
at that,
time.
even at
I've
that.
been spending 20 hours of my 24-hour day finding the crap.
Yeah, well, I've travelled around. I've been to places to go and experience the place, and I fucking hate it. I'm a cranky bastard, but like,
Yeah, I know, but you're a moany hole, like, you know what I mean? I find a decent bar and I'm happy out, like, you know
true,
what I mean? I'll
we're
make
very
friends with the
different
locals.
people when it
Yeah.
comes to being easily pleased. It's like, I have drink, I'm fine. I'm not fine. But yeah, come
I
on.
have stairs, I'm not fine.
yeah. What the fuck is this shit? Where's the escalator?
Raised floor.
Carry my own bag. Well, fuck this shit. 1 star.
You, carry me.
Please, Mr. Gary, not again.
Carry me.
I've got places around the world that was ropey.
Questionable.
Ropey. Like one place in particular.
Mongolia.
That was one of them that that's probably the least favorite country I've been in, just because I was there in Siberia. Like, it's, for people who don't know, it's right below Siberia. I was there in their winter. It was minus 20 during the day. And it was,
lovely.
in fairness, the one guy in the whole country who spoke English owned our hostel, and he told us that he was like, oh, you
guy in the
are
whole
insanely
country.
lucky. He was like, this is, like, it was nothing but blue skies and sun, but like minus 20,
Freezing.
like during the day. Like,
Gary,
he was
you
like,
would
it should
love
be,
to.
it should be 10 foot of snow. Like, he was like, every other year it's 10 foot of snow. So he was like, this is great weather. Like, and but that, like, because we were kind of stuck there, we had to wait for the next train to Moscow, which took a while. So we stayed, and I had the worst night's sleep of my life, staying in a yurt there. It was, everyone's this experience like, oh, you have to do it there.
No,
Bollocks. It's
I'm not a nomad. I like a house.
But the worst,
Central heating.
like the worst, I suppose, like the most dangerous place I've ever been in was it's actually on, I think it's number 1 or number 2. I think I was in number 1 and number 2. It's in the country I was looking forward the most before I knew it was any dodgy kip. It's Honduras. San Pedro Sula. We actually looked it up on Wikipedia. We were only in the bus station, in fairness, walking around there, and it was a big red thing. Do not go here. It's fucking murder capital of the world. It's like, I think, number 1. Like, people are getting, like, literally.
Was it like a town or a city?
It's a city, like,
Right,
and then
right.
the next place we went to, we were only stopping through there, so it's like, no
Passing
big deal.
by.
Yeah, it's fine. We just had to swap buses there and wait there for like 6 hours or something. But it was whatever. And the next place we had to go to was the capital, which is Tegucigalpa, and the bus Aaron, like over there, like their
Version.
national bus is called Hedman Alice, right? So we had an overnight bus to Tegucigalpa, so we were getting there really late at night, so we had to stay. And I'd read online on like TripAdvisor and kind of things like that everyone said, once you get off the bus, stay in Hedman Alice Hotel, because I assumed that's beside the bus station because it's called Hedman Alice. So booked a night in the Hedman Alice Hotel. I was like, right, grand. Hopped out of the bus when we got into, and this city seemed grand when we arrived. I was like,
Right.
it's a normal city. And hopped off anyway, and I was like, right, taxi driver, fucking, where are we going here? Hedman Alice Hotel. He goes, yeah. And he was asking for some like ridiculous money. And I was just like, obviously he's just trying to scam me, the usual. And
All the monies.
yeah, and I was just like, no. I'm only giving you, X amount. I'm only giving you this. I'm only giving you that. And he goes, and then eventually fucking got him down to some reasonable figure. And he was like, it's far. And I was like, bollocks, it is. Fucking, because we thought it was next door. Turns out it's not. He's driving, and we arrived at like 2 in the morning.
I'm getting killed.
And it's
I'm getting killed.
It's
I'm
getting
getting killed.
like,
I would be
and like,
terrified.
He's bringing me into
it's
the jungle
getting
to
real
rape and
dodge.
kill me.
Yeah.
Like we went through, like, instead they have 24-hour funeral homes there. They're lit up like Vegas.
Oh
Like,
my
Yeah.
god.
they run
Yanks love
out
that
of
shit.
grave space. You have to rent a space
Oh,
because
God.
the deaths are so high. The death
That's
rate.
mental.
That's
So
very grim.
we were getting to our hotel where we were staying, and did you ever see Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one, when you were a kid, when they have like horror dreams and it's like some horrible street with like a rubbish tornado and no one else on it with like a street light? That's it. And a cone of light. That's no one on the street. It was that and tranny prostitutes with shotguns. That's the only people that were around.
And it sounds like a dream.
It was. And it was.
Holiday destination
Yeah,
It
101.
was
Totally.
nuts. And we got there. And
Trannies
we
with
realized,
shotguns.
we realized we'd no money to pay for the hotel. We were like,
Oh
shit,
my
we got no money.
God.
We said to the guy, and like everywhere is got armed guard with a shotgun, and our hotel had that, like our hostel. We went in and we were like, shit, we got no money. And we were like, where's the nearest ATM? He goes, ATM? He looks up at the time, like, no, not now. He goes, you go, son. He goes, 7 a.m, you go, like, kind of thing. And I was like, all right, don't go now. And I was
That's
like, yeah,
when they
but
put the money in. And
that was like,
but
but we need food. Like, And we just enough for food, I think it was, but not to pay for the room. And he goes, food, there's a Chinese place around the corner. And I'd read about it on TripAdvisor going, this is a fucking great shop. And went around the corner. As soon as he opens the door, fucking locks the door, went around. And it wasn't that far of a walk, walking around, shotgun, straight away, another guy, fucking all there. And it was just, a mariachi band came in with shotguns. And the place was just shotgun central. And the next day when we were getting out there, we hopped in some, heap of fuck taxi, and the guy spoke a bit of English. I was like, oh my god, savage. He was like, hey, what do you think of our country? And I was like, yeah, real nice, fucking lovely. I was like, I'm literally ready home. Are you gonna shank me? I said, it was, my god, it was. And I'd been all over Central America, all over South America, all over the fucking world, and that is the only place where need to get out of here. Because obviously there are shitholes around the world, obviously, right? Yeah. But you don't go to the shitholes, you avoid them. But this I couldn't avoid, because this was a stepping stone to Nicaragua, the next country.
Yeah.
Or with most major cities or even towns, there are good areas and bad areas.
Yeah,
and
but you don't go to the bad.
Anyone with a bit of common sense can usually suss them out without opening their mouth or opening their wallet. You can just kind of go, right, okay, this might not be the place to go whip out a map and start looking through my wallet for a 50 or whatever. Those kind of things. But so Joe, I've one quick one for you before you go. Right, so of all the places you lived in, which did you have any scary run-ins with the law, or a scary police story, and which police were the worst? And I'll let you take it from here.
Okay, yes, I do. It wasn't, I was kind of involved in it, but it wasn't my fault.
Excellent start.
Okay. I'm intrigued. It sounds like my life.
Allegedly.
That's the way
that's
my attorney
story,
says
I'm sticking to it.
It sounds like my life. Go on.
So when I was living in Thailand, I was living in Bangkok, and I didn't get too many visitors, Manus.
Hey, man, I was poor.
I was there.
He was there.
Dan was there.
I sent my ambassador,
you
okay?
Didn't know that you were coming to visit me, but we ended up there together.
my ambassador.
I had a wild time. I blacked out, in fact, and I never black out.
And I have children.
And Gar, you need to get off the couch.
The joy. I have children, not the couch. I got this go on holiday.
One of them was named Children.
I'm couch.
Sorry for the one-name couch.
Stupid couch.
So my friend came to visit me, and I was, it was our first night there, and my friend Johnny came out as well because it was a special occasion. And we went to a club, and we had not the one that we went to. There was this other club called the Heart of Darkness. So it was really
I was there. I went to that at a separate time. No, not with you. Yeah.
Okay. So that was great. We went to the club. We were having a great time, and my friend was having a great time, and Johnny, who's a bit of a drunken pirate when he gets pissed, he's when he's sober, he's totally normal, but when he gets drunk, he's a total loose cannon. And this is why I actually didn't enjoy hanging out with him, because I ended up babysitting him because he just stressed me out. Yeah, negative buzz.
Yeah.
So anyway, Johnny was saying, "Oh, I want to smoke." He's American. And I'll be like, "I want to smoke a joint. I want to smoke a joint." And I was like, "No, Johnny, you're on fucking Cowsan Road, which is
that's a doobie."
It's like this police pay to get stationed here to catch fucking dickheads like you. And he was like, "No, I'll be grand. It'll be grand." And I was like, "No, it really won't be grand."
No, but it's the absolute. It's the white tourist thing of fuck it, I can afford the fine. I can pay the bribe a lot of the time.
No, that's not even what he was thinking. He was just like, I think when he gets drunk, he thinks he's invincible, and he has that.
We've all had that issue, yeah.
So anyway, me and my friend Buzz, we went down Cowsan Road, and Johnny was with us, and I needed to pee because I always do. Because the minute I start drinking, I need to pee. And Buzz came with me, and then when we came back out, Johnny wasn't there, and I went looking for him, and I found him up an alleyway, just off Cowsan. And he was on his hands and knees. Do you know?
Can we guess what happened next? Was there several trannies?
It wasn't a sexual thing. I'm sorry to disappoint you.
An absolute letdown.
Do you know what whying is? When you say swadika and you to do your hands together. He was on his hands and knees, super whying. Is that
the verb for it?
Well, it's what I called it, because he was literally his whole body was whying these Thai policemen. So he
as a take the piss, or
no,
as a beg, please don't fucking arrest me.
Please don't take me to the Bangkok Hilton. And so Johnny didn't speak much Thai, and I came around the corner, and I was like, oh my god. So he'd obviously tried to smoke a J, and they caught him because he's an idiot and like not
sitting there in the seat,
Yeah,
the plastic
exactly,
kids chair.
Because you go up the laneway, it's not going to be hidden. You
Yeah,
know, you're
yeah.
on Cowson Road. Anyway, so I put all my frustration aside and decided to help my friend because I didn't want to see him end up locked up for 23 hours a day. You know?
Yeah.
And,
With a sore arse.
Yeah,
Banged
in
up abroad.
shackles.
At
in
least money hasn't
shackles.
paid for it.
He owed me for that weed.
So I tried to talk to the police who didn't speak English, and I was like, like, I'm really sorry. Falan came out, like, he's really drunk. And they were like, basically saying, give me money. Because you can get away with anything as long as you have cash, like literally anything, which is a great thing if you have cash.
Yeah,
As
yeah.
a
But if you
Westerner,
don't
Not so
have
good if
cash,
you have no
you're
cash.
fucked.
Yeah.
And so
Living life of
they were
schoolboy.
looking for 50,000 baht, which is about €100. No, sorry, 1,000
Yeah.
US bucks, $1,000. I don't know what it is. So
They
a lot of
wanted
money.
a grand.
Way
Whoa.
but at the same time, a grand, the Bangkok Hilton.
Yeah.
Okay, no, totally.
Easy
But,
choice.
but I thought I just
He
assumed.
definitely brought more than €1,000 for his holiday.
Well,
And he's
no,
still in
no,
Bangkok.
And they also know
This
that.
wasn't
Or
my
that's their-
friend.
that's
This
their-
was my friend that like
Oh, he
was
lived there. He lived
working
there.
with me,
Yeah, yeah,
living
okay.
there.
Okay.
Like
But I
an
would have thought. I
idiot,
just thought
like
in my
on
mind.
Thai wages.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
Just off the top of my
It's
head, I
making
would have thought that the fine for them would have been a lot less than actual serious money for us. You know what I mean?
no,
Like,
this
I thought like
fine-
you get
No,
like
they'll get you.
yeah, no, 100 quid for us. A lot of
No,
money.
no,
yeah,
it's
but
like,
no. Fuck you. Yeah, they're not stupid.
50,000 baht would have been like 3 months' salary for a cop.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
yeah.
so
They just
they're,
know
they're
you can
making
afford it,
loads of
so-
money.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
don't worry, it's a paycheck for them. So, they
So
wanted
good
50,000.
job. Good job,
Yeah,
sir.
good for them. You
Yeah.
know, they
Please,
Yeah,
please.
to be honest, yeah.
Let
yeah.
me
You
fucking
saw
fuck
niche,
over
you took
tourists
it. Yeah,
all
yeah.
It's
day
an
long.
opportunity you take it,
Yeah.
you know. So that was
Fucking
grand.
sure.
Except I knew Johnny didn't have 50,000 baht, so I went to the ATM machine because Johnny gave me his card and he's like, pay the money. And I was like, grand, okay, you stay there with the cops, I'll go to the bank machine. And I looked at his bank account, he gave me the code, and it was 23,000 baht, so like not even half. And I was trying to do a sneaky one, and I was like, maybe if I tell them that there's a limit of 10,000, like they'll be grand. So I went back and I was like, 10,000, like it's a daily limit, and they were like, nope, not good enough, and they were taking Johnny away, and I was like, and he was like, Joe, and I was like, okay,
See you later.
no, I was like, okay, and I was like, okay, let me go and see if I can get more money. So I went back to his, took out all the money, 23 or whatever it was, like half the money, less than half. And I went back to the cops and I was like, 23,000 baht, like, is that enough to get my friends
'Cause
like,
that's
to
it.
come
Like,
back?
yeah, that's all-
I was
that's all there
that's-
is.
that's
They're
fucking
like,
it,
Yeah.
And
Flat
also-
line in here.
Also, like the fact that Johnny's going to be living off me for the next month because he's got fucking nothing.
Yeah.
And Johnny, I fucking told you so.
I warned you.
Ringing it. I can almost hear it on your tongue just going like,
Frustration.
You
Oh,
see
mother-
these stilettos?
you
I'm
better
going to
hope
step
they
on
bring
your
you to
balls.
prison because if they let you go, I'm going to
And,
whoop
like,
you, boy.
Switch it around. So they were having none of it.
Oh, no.
I would have been like, well,
Not
best of luck
bad
to you,
of it.
Johnny.
See you later.
So I did get to that point, but not until. So they were taking him away and they put the handcuffs on him. It was really like very like this is shit's going down. You know, like Johnny's
This
getting
is
taken
happening.
away,
This
like,
isn't
he's
just a
actually going to
shakedown,
the
yeah.
bank.
What
So I
would you get for
pleaded
the
with
joint,
them.
though?
Huh?
What would they do? Like, what would?
Oh, they just put him in prison and not have any money. So they wanted the money. Do you know
Yeah,
what I
but
mean?
like, how long would he be in there? As long as they
Oh,
fucking felt like.
for drugs in Thailand, you get
But-
like 10 to
Yeah.
15 to 20 years.
Even for a joint?
Yeah, just
Even for a
Oh.
joint, yeah.
You'd be
What a
killed for
serious.
smuggling.
Jesus, don't
my-
smoke the
my
joint.
mate- my mate
No joint is worth that.
My
no
mate,
joint.
my mate
That's
Kev,
what I was
No
trying to
joint.
tell him.
my mate Kev was in Thailand for like what 3-5 days or something,
Yeah.
and it was meant to be a 2-week holiday. Smoked a joint, got caught, had to ring home, had to pay a €3,000 fine,
Yeah.
and got deported and is never allowed back to Thailand.
Yeah.
Ever.
So
Wow.
it's
$3 grand.
Who
serious.
was
Like,
that?
boom. I'll tell you after.
Oh, okay.
No full names, please. So basically,
When he says that, I know them. Yay.
the police had Johnny in his handcuffs, and he looked at me like pleading, begging eyes, like do something right now. And I was saying to the cops again, I was like, please, like don't do this. Like we'll try and get some more money. I was like, and then
Not from my account.
Then-
sure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, fuck
Well,
you.
no,
fucking told you, motherfucker.
at that point, I was willing to give all of my own cash. I was
Yeah.
like, someone will sort this out. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, yeah.
But when I was pleading with them, he got frustrated and he like this is the moment where you're like, oh shit. Like the cop pulled a gun right in my face.
Fuck
like,
that. See you later, Johnny.
And I was like, Johnny, I like you, but not that much.
Yeah.
I have tried.
Away,
You have fucked
away.
yourself.
But the minute I was like, do you know what? I'm like, fuck this. This is too much for me.
Yeah.
The minute I said that, they were like, okay, give me the 23.
Yeah, they were playing.
Yeah.
So
They
there's
were
one of you
playing
back
hardball.
down.
They were going to put the squeeze on you,
Yeah.
especially when you
Yeah.
came back short the first time. They're like, there's definitely more.
Yeah,
There's definitely
there's
more.
more.
There's definitely
Yeah.
more.
And then they're like, oh, I'm out.
See,
Yeah.
I
You're
picture
right,
Joe with the toothpick in the mouth. That cap, I squeezing on this
Oh, no,
fucking
no, no, no. I
guy.
was
Cool
like,
as a
fucking take him
cucumber.
away.
I
I
can
don't
see-
even
I can
like him
Crying, look,
anyway.
snot bubbles coming
I
out
can
the
see
nose.
the-
I don't want to be his babysitter anymore. You can
I can
fucking
see
have
the other
him.
cop though when the guy pulled the gun. The other cop going, "Oh, you fucking idiot!
Way
You're
too
totally gonna
soon.
walk away now.
Way too
Yeah,
soon.
yeah, yeah.
Way too soon.
You've
We
gone
could have
too-
got another 5.
Decky, you've
Rookie,
gone in too
yeah.
hard again.
Decky.
You fucking ruined it. You're a
Talked
fucking
about
dick.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Wait, stop with the gun.
Yeah.
Every time.
You're fucking it up.
Turn it off
every
to
time.
Deco. Deco's
Yeah.
just too fucking
You were getting the wooden gun.
Sorry, man. It's just
I
it's
know,
just as
can't
new,
help
man.
it, man.
Can't
I'm
help
sorry, I
it.
just love fucking pointing guns at foreigners.
Wooden gun from now on. Wooden gun.
Well, I
She
had
just looks so vulnerable. I couldn't help it. I fucking wanted to do it, you know.
I mean, I had to pay off a copper in South America before,
did.
and with another friend of mine, and
I'm noticing a theme here.
yeah, I mean, it was
Can you
definitely it was
figure out why
it was
we're friends?
it was also definitely drug related, and for stupidly smoking a joint in a place we shouldn't,
Yeah.
and
It's always a joint.
and
like.
these because they smell,
God damn you,
can
joint.
smell it.
Yeah.
And it's time,
Damn
you know,
you to
it's
hell.
time.
Yeah,
You know,
tastes
it's
so good.
joints, you know, it takes time you're standing there and smoking. It's not like a line
Dropping
or
a
something where it's
pill.
just gone. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So we got busted. I've told this story before, but anyway, yeah, we got busted, and it eventually cost us. He was again, same thing. He was looking for like over $1,000 in
Real
euros,
money, yeah.
and it was like. I mean, he might have it, but he's being so stupidly smart that you can't get a word out of him, so you're left communicating with me. And all I know, my account has a limit of 300 quid a day. Thank fuck for that limit. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
like I can go to my account, I will drain the account, I'll take 300 quid out. There you go.
Drain it.
Yeah.
It's a small transaction. Couple of notes.
I will suck that fucking machine dry.
Dry.
No, not Colombia.
Wrong, take your cash.
Not in Colombia, it's not. No, 300 euro
no,
is
okay, fair enough.
is a bit more.
Yeah.
And not that much more, but yeah, they were like, "Fuck it, we are taking Whitey for a ride."
Yeah.
So he was like, "All right," and I went back to him and I was like explaining in the worst pidgin Spanish of like, you know, this is what I have today. Tomorrow I have 300 more.
Can you give us an example
you
of
want-
that pigeon
Mañana
Spanish?
no tengo más.
It was bad then, but I had drugs on my side.
plato,
Now I do
but-
not.
I
So
would've-
no,
I
it's
would've
not
No
good.
totally-
tengo nada.
I would have just said,
Lo
this
siento.
guy you have.
Tengo nada, tengo
Tengo
nada,
nada,
no,
yo
please,
siento.
please.
I would have just said, this guy
Por
you have
favor.
has loads more money.
Yeah. If you're
Deal
gonna
with him.
shake him, not me.
Yeah.
exactly.
This
See
guy
what
will
comes-
pay what you want. He's tons of money.
Yeah.
See you later.
But no, you see, I ain't gonna do a mate like that.
Or so he thinks.
Well, on that bombshell.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming in, Joe.
Yeah,
It's
thanks very
absolute
much.
pleasure. It was so much fun. I had so
of course.
much fun. Thank you.
It's nice to have a
A
female voice.
Yeah.
I was going to say, is that not what Manus is
Yeah,
here
yeah.
Oh, you guys.
for? No, I'm really proud of you for being the voice of feminism.
Thanks, dude. Thanks.
Oh God!
Thanks.
Really?
Sorry, guys. to say that.
He's the voice of feminism.
Honestly,
compared to
he
you two.
is, Yeah, he is.
Oh,
He's
I'm
the voice of
I'm
fake
shocked.
feminism.
Play it,
Fake
play it.
feminism.
Feminism?
Oh, that hideous note.
Oh my God!
We will-
Sorry, you can cut
Get
that
out!
out.
Get out!
Thanks for joining us this week. We'll see you next week with all the usual heads. Hopefully, Joe, maybe one of the sessions we'll have
I'd
live
love to
via
come
satellite.
back.
Yeah.
Maybe next year when I'm home on my holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for
It'll be a
joining us,
yearly
guys.
thing.
You will also be welcoming any emails and correspondence of Ask Joe.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
And
yeah,
also,
yeah.
I'm single. I'm
Yeah,
ready to mingle.
So dick pics, please, guys.
Slide on into our DMs, and if you get the green
Slippery
flag,
We'll forward
it's a
them straight
slippery
over.
slide
like
down.
an emperor's thumb, just like.
Guys, take care. Have a good one. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
If you like the show, hit the like and subscribe button. And if you don't, suck my dick.